everyone, it's Asia here, and today I'm going to do a tutorial for you on an authentic 1950s look. Background. The 1940s, during the war, there was a very sort of minimalist approach to makeup because, well, frankly, everything was minimalized during the war, right? So at the start of the 1950s and the post-war era, you really had this return to the glamour, you know, of makeup, and the 1930s actually was when there was a lot of glamour. And so you can see that there's like these bold red lips, highly arched and full, you know, intense eyes, very contoured with the winged out eyeliner, highly arched brows, very drawn in and cosmetic, and, you know, a very opaque, heavy coverage matte foundation for that sort of flawless look. And, you know, then there's little add-ons with like false eyelashes for added glamour and, you know, little beauty marks. So it really is a classy sort of look, and it's really fun to do, and it's very wearable for today, I think. I've already done my foundation, and I used Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet Foundation in a color that's one shade lighter than I normally choose because porcelain skin was very fashionable in the 1950s. And I chose the matte velvet finish because matte is what 1950s is all about. Matte, matte, matte. The more matte, the better. So now we're going to move on to blush. Still kept very minimal. So they applied blush colors to the cheek bones, and it wasn't like piled on. It was just, you know, just enough of a rosy glow. And they used colors like pinks, corals, and roses were common for the 1950s. I've already primed my eyes, and I'm going to go in and all over the lid I'm going to use a soft brown shadow. Omega from MAC is this really light brown. I'm just going to pat that on there, all over the lid, right up to the crease. I'm going to go in and I'm going to, in my crease, I'm going to contour my eyes with Espresso from MAC, which is a dark, rich brown shade, and perfect for this. Here it's mostly about really defining that eye curvature, that eye socket, with a darker shade, contour shade. I'm just gonna blend that in, make sure that it's very well blended. The 1950s is famous for the winged eyeliner look along the top lash line. It was sometimes also used along the bottom lash line, and winged out on the bottom as well. And eyeliner on the bottom lash line is very subtle, usually in general, just very lightly, if at all. My best advice is to follow the natural curvature of your bottom lash line. So just try and extend that out and meet it up with the crease, the brow bone right here, and just try and take it up along that way. And I feel like that makes it a whole lot easier to try and get the symmetry of both eyes pretty level. And I should mention I'm using MAC Fluid Line and Black Track gel eyeliner, which is so easy to work with, makes it so much easier. Okay, so here we go. There we go. That's one eye done. You can carry that a little bit down onto the bottom lashes, but really subtle. Not too heavy. If anything, I would just sort of blend that with a brush or your finger. make it real light. Okay, so now you should have both eyes done. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing false lashes. So we're going to take, I prefer to use corner lashes for this look. I feel that it's the best. It's the most flirty, and those little wispy lashes that just go out to the side, sort of like the pinup girls. Mascara. I'm using CoverGirl's Lash Blast. Okay, so now I've done my lashes, top and bottom lashes, with mascara. For the 1950s, eyebrow styles were very arched, very defined, and cosmetic looking brows. So I brushed the brows upward and really tried to get that peak going. I'm going to go in with the MAC 266 angled brush, and then I'm just going to use a light brown shade. You usually want to go, like, if you're blonde, a couple shades darker than your hair color, especially for a 1950s look. The brows really need to be accented, so make sure that they are darkened enough. And very arched, very defined. So now I'm going to take a spoolie brush and really kind of brush that and blend it in with my natural little hairs. Okay, and alright, now we're going to move on to lips. And for lips, the colors that were popular were, you know, red, of course, pinks, some fuchsias, some corally colors, but this is typically a look that is accomplished with red lipstick. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use MAC Red lip pencil. And now the 1950s look, the lip shape that was popular was a very full, but very pointed, highly arched, just like the eyebrows. Everything's very sharp. Go ahead and fill in my lips with this color lip liner and then add my lipstick. Okay, so I've got that pointed red lip. MAC Russian Red lipstick. And just put that on. Typical of the time, women could finish off their lips with some Vaseline to add some shine, some petroleum jelly. However, you can use a clear gloss, or I'm gonna use MAC's Cherry, Cult of Cherry, I think it's limited edition, lip gloss, and add some shine. It was also very popular to use beauty marks, false beauty marks like Marilyn Monroe. Usually they'd be put near the eye or around the mouth, so you could put one here, just a little dot. If you notice, I already have a mole by my mouth. I go ahead and darken it in anyways, because otherwise it gets mistaken for a piece of food. And that's pretty much the look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will talk to you later. See you soon. Bye-bye.